When did you attend the YMCA?
I attended in 1965. I attended a ballet class there, and the lady that facilitated it was a lady called Mrs. Wrangles, and I believe she was from Seascale. I was 8.
What are your memories of the YMCA?
Happy memories, because it was my first ballet class, and I just used to love going. It was the highlight of the week to go to ballet on a Monday night. It was right after school. I used to go to Moncrief School, which was on the hill, and my mum used to wait for me, and we used to walk down Gins to the YMCA, and she had my ballet uniform, because we had to wear uniforms. I would go and get changed, and then she would sit in the coffee bar while I went into ballet.
What was the most memorable or best memory you have?
The memory that sticks in my mind, this may sound bizarre, but the memory that sticks in my mind the most is, it was a very traditional ballet school, and the teacher always, the first thing she taught us was how to look after your ballet shoes. So she taught us how to fold the back in, fold the sides round, wrap the ribbons, the tapes of the ballet shoes round, and always to iron the ribbons. They had to be, how to tie them at the back so there was no notch, you couldn't see anything, and everything had to be done just so. It was very traditional, yeah.
What would have happened if you hadn't have gone to the YMCA?
Well, I'm not really sure what would have happened if I hadn't gone. I know what happened because I did go, so it opened up a lot of avenues for me. I was always a very physical child, and I used to love gymnastics and dancing, and so from the age of 8 I did ballet, tap, and then I moved on to join Cowper's dancing when I was 11, and I did that until I was 15, 16. And then in my 20s, I actually did some training, and I became an aerobics instructor, and I did that for many years. In fact, I've just given it up a few years ago. And I trained as a yoga teacher and a qigong teacher. So some of those ballet moves that we did at that bar in the YMCA, I still incorporate into my yoga class. At the age of 58, I still use those exercises from when I was 8.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love that.
Who did you go with?
Well, my mum took me, but I went on my own. None of my friends went. I just wanted to go, and my mum took me, and I just did my hours class. I think it was probably 45 minutes, and mum would wait for me, and then she'd take us home. Mum used to have a cup of tea, and I used to just go and do the ballet. I wore a little white tunic, cotton white tunic, and it had 2 little splits at the side, and I wore a navy blue belt and a navy blue hairband and pink ballet tights, pink ballet shoes. I did one concert, interestingly enough. I did one, and I was a moth. In the concert, you were either a butterfly or a moth. I wanted to be a butterfly, but unfortunately I was a moth. So that meant my mum had to dye my knickers and my vest purple. She dyed about 6 pairs of knickers, 6 vests, couldn't get it right, eventually got it right, and then she made me these little voile wings, and I had a piece of elastic through my index finger, and I remember flying on the stage with this little moth, this little baby elephant probably, and my mum was like, oh, in the loud clapping at me all the time.
Very proud of you.
And funnily enough, I actually teach it at I run a class myself at Seascale School. That's where I did that display. And I'm up on the stage doing the yoga or whatever, and I just sometimes close my eyes and think, I ran from that corner as a little moth.
Yeah.
So,
what did you eat and drink?
well, I was allowed some pop and some crisps after the ballet.
What music did you listen to?
Well, it was the teacher, Mrs. Wrangles, used to play the piano, and she used to play the piano, and we used to do ballet to her playing the piano.
What did the building look like?
Where I did the ballet, it was a massive big hall. In fact, I think it used to be used for roller skating, if I'm not mistaken. I never did it, but I think it was. and it had a big ballet bar around it, which I thought was fantastic, because you could hold the ballet and do your dancing, and it had mirrors, so you could see yourself. And she always walked around and said, "Look at your spine," and we had to look in the mirror, and you know.
Do you remember any of the other staff?
I can't remember the staff. No, I think there was lots of different people serving at the coffee bar. I think there were younger people as well, kids that used to come in, after school and that and help. I remember there was a man, and I think his name was David. He used to live in the house next to the YMCA. Jimmy, that's his name. I don't know why I said David. Yeah, it was Jimmy. I do remember him. He was always there to help. If you needed anything, he was. Yeah, he was lovely. Yeah.
Did the YMCA influence any choices you made?
Well, like I said earlier, it opened up a multitude of doors. It opened up lots of things for me. It gave me confidence. It made me realise from the age of 8 that one day I wanted to do something like this as a career, which I did. I've just got really, really fond memories, and memories are so important, aren't they? And even now, my niece or my kid, people's friends that I know, I look at the ballet shoes and I think, oh, this is how you tie them and this is what you do. And I pass it on to people, and they look at me as if I'm a bit weird, but it was a long time ago when I went.
If you could give one piece of advice to the young people of today, what would it be?
Follow your dreams, for they are the hope of the future.